Hello, hello, beautiful, amazing, vibrant people. Thank you for tuning into this channel. Here I do Reiki and tarot oracle readings. Just here to share messages that can be helpful, that can give some insight and advice to your situation and help guide you along your journey. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then, feel free to check out any of my other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to me about what resonated. I always love to hear that. All right, and thank you for being here. So, before this reading, just, clear your mind and relax. And whatever question comes up, I'm going to try to go ahead and tune into that and give you some insight and answers or guidance for what that question is. All right, keep in mind this is a general reading, so the answer is going to be kind of more of across the board. So, and also, of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So I'll give you a few seconds, or you could pause the video to just kind of tune in. What question do you have? All right. At the video clip, it's probably because I just skipped through my shuffling. I like to shuffle on camera because sometimes when I'm shuffling I get messages. This time I didn't really feel anything. Okay, so I'm going to start with the oracle and then I'll get into the tarot. Let's do that. Alright, we've got break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, so I already feel like whatever you're asking about is something about transition or transformation, some sort of rite of passage, stopping habits or a cycle of living that you used to do or, are currently in now and are wondering how to do things differently. It could also relate to family, like you want to live a little bit differently than how you were raised, perhaps, or take on more opportunities, seize more opportunities, really lean into and create prosperity for your generation, but also the generations coming after you. You could, if this is for someone who has children, I feel like you would like to raise your children differently than how you grew up, and you want to make sure that they have habits instilled, faith, hope, kindness, disciplinedness. I don't think disciplinedness is a word, but I just feel like that is for someone in particular who, wants to do things differently for their children. All right, let's see what else is going on. Oh, we have love. It's not about finding love. You are love itself. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself and love. Okay, I definitely feel this connecting in many ways, but a highlight is when I said you might want to do things differently than how you were raised. Because this love card is talking about the inner child here, so you might want to show up for yourself. Like if you had an upbringing that you would have liked to be a little bit more different, a little bit more loving and welcoming, supportive, it just kind of feels like you're trying, or you may be learning how to do those things for yourself, how to honor your inner child, love your inner child, and address some of those things, or you might be wanting to feel that space that others didn't really kind of wrap you in. So it definitely is an opportunity for you to break the chain and do those things for yourself. Show love to yourself, speak kindly to yourself. Okay, so let's keep going. We have acceptance. So this is a cherry pie. I feel like a challenge. So I feel like the question regards how to transform your life, how to break a cycle, how to, seize more opportunities, transition, transform, things like that, right? So with this acceptance card, there's this person who has a piece of pie that they made, but they don't exactly like look happy about it. And then of course the card says acceptance. So for me, I just kind of feel like there's a message around doing what you can with what you got, you know. What else are you trying to say, Spirit? Maybe that's exactly that. I'm trying to say it a different way, but nothing really is coming up. It just feels like do what you can with what you got. That's it. Um, Whatever materials you have to make this pie, then make the pie, you know, and then just kind of hope for the best. I don't know how that resonates or, you know, how that is, but yeah, it's just kind of like you might seem like there's so many other better ingredients, like, oh, the pie will taste better if I have this, or if I had this available to me. I could mix it better if I had this machine. But it's like, you know, like those little machines that you can make pancakes with and stuff that like twirl around. I don't have one of those, and so I use like a fork to like whip it around. You know what I'm saying? And so that's common in like low income households where you don't really have all this fancy equipment to make the best looking result or outcome, but you use what you have, and it still turns out, you know, very unique to you because you put love into it. You did what you can to put your love into it, your intention into it, and you did the best that you could. So that's for somebody. All right, now what is the tarot? Three of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, communication, and really doing things with others a little bit more seamlessly is the word that's coming up. I don't know why, I don't typically use it, but and then also if you look at, they're in like this kind of warehouse. It's not really a warehouse, but it's this area, and there's all these pots and things in there that they could use, but they're using their own energy, and that's being very powerful. They're combining energy, and so I feel like that kind of piggybacks on this acceptance card, where it's like, you know, you have what you need, but also lean into others as well. And so in this acceptance card, it's like you don't have to do everything on your own. If you need to learn something, then you can learn from others. So like Spirit is here in this image, like really like holding this woman, and just kind of sprinkling energy into what she created. And so it's important to just remember that you're not alone, but also to realize that information is everywhere, support is everywhere, and it may be in places that we don't think are available. And also there's a message too of like, she's got these instructions here of like, okay, this needs 3 cups of this needs a teaspoon of oil, or blah, 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 right? And then over here you have Spirit sprinkling, you know, just energy onto it. So I do feel like there's a message of thinking outside of the box and also leaning into creativity. And there's a message of perfectionism as well. So if you're somebody who needs to follow things by the book, and that's why you feel like you don't have everything you need, because you're like, well, the recipe says this, so that's what I need. But there's this message here of like, okay, 1, support is available to you. 3 of Pentacles, other people coming in, supporting, collaborating, exchanging ideas, you know, leaning into each other. But also, this is about being a little bit more creative and using what you have. So, okay, let's kind of keep going. What else? Well, okay, we got 2 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. So 2 of Pentacles. So I feel like you might be thinking that you're in a this or that situation, because 2 of Pentacles is somebody trying to juggle a lot. Look at this man. It's one guy it's one person, and he's got this big old ball there, and it's awesome because, you know, this is his potential or what he's creating, and, you know, he's excited about it, but at the same time he's wondering if he can handle it all, right? And so if we go back to this Three of Pentacles, right, you got Two of Pentacles and then you got Three of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like whatever you're asking about, it's okay to collaborate with others, share the load, and kind of, yeah, allow people to support you, or allow an exchange of ideas. Recognize that you don't have to have 100% everything down, because that's not a team, right? If you have all the knowledge, all the skills, everything, then there would be no need for anyone else in the world, right? And so we're all put here to share ideas, share love, share responsibility, and really like support each other. So if you're asking about how to transition out of a state that you might feel that you're stuck in or something like that, I really would lean into others. I would lean into information. I would lean into relationship connections. And also there's a message about family too. So there might be somebody in your family who has information, has a story or something like that that would be helpful for you. I'm hearing like a back in my day, you know, that kind of thing. So you might need to reach out to a family member that you haven't talked to in a while, or someone who is older. Like as an example, I caregived in the past, and so I have older clients who like respect me and stuff in that way. So we're not related, but there is an older client who basically talks to me like a parent sometimes. So you might have, so again, it might be good to exchange ideas with somebody who may have experience or a life story or something that could be helpful with helping you break this chain or direction. Okay. All right. Then you have Nine of Pentacles. I feel like reading this straight from the book, so that's what I'm going to do. Nine of Penties. Here we are. Okay. Material, comfort, self-sufficiency. I'm going to hold this up while I read it. Okay. You have achieved a certain level of financial success, and you are now able to enjoy all you've cultivated. You have worked hard for a long time to attain your current level of prosperity, and now you are reaping the benefits of it. Everything you've been dreaming of is surrounding you. If you don't see it, open your eyes a little wider. Allow yourself to be inspired by the look of amazement of the being in this card. They witness the beauty and comfort and materiality. You are independent, confident, and self-sufficient. You have a strong sense of who you are and what you want in life. You are not afraid to pursue your goals and take risks. Keep doing this. It's brought you so far already. Appreciate the simple pleasures in life, such as spending time in nature, enjoying creative pursuits, and nurturing. All right. Yeah, this definitely is a card of like somebody who has been working hard and really focused on something, right? And but they've been working so hard that, you know, you might need to take a break and look up and see all that you've done, recognize all that you've done, where you've come from, you know what I mean, all the progress and growth that you've accomplished, right? So I would definitely take a minute to kind of, you know, lift your head up and look around. If you feel stumped, like you're stuck in a space or something like that, that might just be a perception from not really kind of looking at the progress and where you've come from. So yeah, I would definitely kind of look at her. She's just kind of, it's almost like an enjoy the fruits of your labor type of thing. You know, practice a little bit of gratitude. That could be helpful. Let's see. Oh, there was also something else. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's very self-sufficient. And usually people who are self-sufficient, like, they climb this mountain of accomplishment and getting everything that they want and doing this and that. And then they look around and realize that they didn't share or they didn't spend enough time like building relationships or like caring for others. And so what I mean by that is like you can build an empire, but then at the end of the day, you might want to share that with somebody else. And so this is bringing me back to the Three of Pentacles, where it's like, if you're cultivating resources for yourself, you know, to invest in yourself, to create the life that you desire, that's wonderful, that's amazing. But there's a message of like, you know, not getting too focused to where you're missing out on opportunities to connect and build relationships that can also be helpful for your direction and where you're going. Because networking is really important. So, okay. Let's do one more message here. What do I want to do? An affirmation? Let's do an affirmation. All right. Positivity. Heck yeah. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Yes, this is a wonderful affirmation, but I do have to share with you what's coming up. And this is bringing me back to somebody who is navigating their inner child or their upbringing and kind of trying to clear out that cycle or finish it, complete it. And so, you know, some of us have had tough upbringings or, you know, things that were really challenging for us. And with this card, it kind of is one of those things where it's like, okay, well, if you didn't experience this, you wouldn't have recognized how strong you are, how resilient you are. You know, if you didn't go through this, then it wouldn't have led you to here where you're so self-sufficient and so esteemed and respected and, you know, things like that. So I don't know your situation, and so I hope that it's not coming off insensitive to what you have experienced in the past. But yeah, I do feel like, exactly as the card says, that, you know, each step, I feel like somebody here has taken on the responsibility of their parents or taken on the responsibility of someone else. So basically, like, I feel like somebody may have experienced a challenge in life that is the result of somebody else. And so you might kind of be like, why did I have to go through this because of you? You know what I mean? So, you know, if that resonates with somebody, I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope that you're doing much better in life. And hopefully this card, this message is affirming to you and how you are changing your life and how you can move forward by lifting your head up, honestly. Yeah, lifting your head up and looking forward. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this message answered your question and that you were able to get some messages from it that resonated, that were supportive and helpful. Thank you for tuning in. Best of luck in life on your journey, and may happiness be with you, and joy, love, and peace. Blessings. Take care.